Okay, so this is with the lens set to 35mm instead of the usual 50. Let's see what we have. It does let in a little bit more light, so it makes the backlight a lot brighter. I have dimmed the key. Let me just rotate this. Let's just bring it in. That'll be around 40 and just about there is 50. Just about there. That's normal. It's arm's distance from the lens. Arm's distance from the lens. Microphone just there. I could put them if I wanted to. Now I'd need to go about here to ping the camera to my face. So to roll it back to the 35. Obviously we get a little bit more warping on the edge. It's a full frame, so it's not as noticeable as a cropped sensor. And here, that's arm's distance. Remove the arm's distance, and I am well framed. Like that. Step forward, and there's a mic there as well. We still have a nice black washed background. I did bring the entire camera forward by maybe about half a foot, I suppose. Something like that. So if I was to stand here, if I was doing some form of work around here, my arms are bent. Camera feels a little bit high, but that's okay. And then the mics are to suit, and the backlight is quite rich. It's the shoulder, the side of the face. Obviously the key is doing the majority of the work. So I reduced that key light to about 50%, and I'm not seeing any blowout on my hand. I'm seeing the zebra stripes on my display, which is good. That is neutral. Let me grab a light. As I said, this is letting a little more light in. Let's see if there's a blowout. Okay, I'm seeing zebra on the light. So it is going the opposite way. And this is midpoint and this is peak highlight. I'm wondering if this is blowing out. I think it is. I think it's blowing out. Yeah, if I shine it on my hand, there's a little radius around which edges, but not all of it. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I don't mind a little bit of complete blowout for when I'm using a kind of part of it, really. And you get some quite nice lens flare, some radial little orbs and various bits. Okay. Let me try there. So with the green, I'm seeing stripes. Okay, I think that's just on the peak point. Blue is the same. Looking very blue, at least at the minute. It may differ with the grey. Just moon mode, the red. See how the red looks. So if I pull this back, picking up the red quite a lot. Obviously it's not as intense as the backlight, but it is very red. Let's look over to this. This most likely will blow out, although I'm seeing zebra stripes. So that actually isn't completely blown out. Once again, the outside is, but the rest isn't. And then if I max this out, it just pretty much completely blows the image out. And that's fine. It is exceptionally bright in that mode. But with this, moon mode does produce quite a nice little haze. There is a little bit of radial stuff going on. I think that's usable. If I just rotate back to the 50, not quite as much haze, a little bit of radial, but not as much. But take this back. Yeah, you see the circle around it. Obviously it becomes more zoomed in. Just a bit of a hazy wash. So let's take it back. Take it back to the 35. Pop that down. If I stand here, in fact, let me flick my hair to the opposite side. So if I was here, and that cheekbone, I think, is actually blowing out just a tiny little bit. So I could possibly drop that light down even more. It is above me. So when I stand about here, we get the triangle under that eye. And obviously the illumination and all the red wash. Be interesting to see this all looks like. But, yeah, I can work this space. Quite nice. Having a little bit more distance if I should need it. I do hope you enjoyed this little experiment, little journey, little trial and errors. I do hope to see you sometime soon. Cheers.